Good evening all. Hopefully you can all hear me. Give me a little note in the comments if you can hear me. To the good ones of you that have joined me. Hopefully everything should be okay and you can see everything that's going on. So, Cirith Ungol, where do we start? With the Uruks, I presume. So in front of me I have, if we lift this very slightly, 26 metal Uruks, because I have these two chaps that I bought off eBay for extra chaps. So one of them will be a captain, and one of them will be a banner bearer. Louis just says I'm a little bit quiet, so just checking I've got all the right stuff. Let me tweak something very slightly. How about now? Is that a bit better? Hopefully that's a bit better. And we'll soon find out. So yeah, so these guys are going to be my captain and my banner bearer. I've already printed out, as I have a 3D printer, for those who are new to what I do. Printed out an axe. Let's see how well this camera focuses. There we are. Excellent. For my captain, this is blatantly ripped off a member of our community from not sure which group, but they modelled an axe and I thought it looked awesome. The size of the axe compared to the guy, thinking maybe increasing the size of it. I think it could probably do with a size increase, and I was also going to use the end bit of this weapon to put on the back side of it to give it an extra bit of weight. So that's the Uruks, and then I've got the standard 6 poses, if I can find them all, from GW. Yeah, he's a different one, he's a different one, and he's a different one. So let's sort them over. So these are the 6 poses. I have 4 each of these. Yeah, that makes 24. So that's the plan, to use these guys. I will be converting some. I'll be giving the guys with swords shields, and I'll be converting some of them to have bows as well. I'm not sure how many at the moment. Maybe 4, maybe 6, maybe 8, somewhere in that region. Giving me a bit of flexibility, etc. This banner, I'm contemplating whether to 3D design it. Think it would definitely work. Or I know it would definitely work because I have very quickly printed an Army of Thrall banner at some point. Designed and printed this chap, if you can see. So that's been done. If you want any of this, just join our Discord. I think it's in the description below. If not, it's definitely on video, or I'm sure someone could find a link to it for us. So that's the plan for the Uruks. I do have a painted, 3 painted Shagrats, sorry, already, which will have some tweaking, but that's something for another time. So if we get a bit closer again, I am going to see what orcs I have about. So all of these orcs are just going to go to the side, and we'll crack on with the orcs. Lots of sound of clunking metal. Right, let's put that little axe in a little bag so I don't lose it, and we'll go from there. What's everyone working on tonight? I see we have a few in. So, right, orcs. Orcs. Let's throw that out there. What do I have? Honestly, not sure how many orcs are in this pile. I'm hoping 24, because that's what I'm gonna aim to build. 2 warbands of orcs, 2 warbands of Uruks is the aim. Let's see, there he is. Turn the weapon guy over here. It looks like we might have... Oh, look at his spear. I think his spear went a bit funny and I tried to bend it back from memory. A full Goblin Town army. Nice! How many models is that? I would hate to think I've got about 100 of them, I think. Maybe a bit less. Definitely two Escape from Goblin Town sets. So, I think we have 24, which is excellent. Awesome. Right, now let's see what other heroes I've got. I keep everything in these little Tupperware containers, all my work in progress. Oh no, work in progresses? That's a lie. These are all my unstarted projects. So, right. So there's a load of Moranon Orcs in here. I will be utilising 3D printing to do these. Oh, excellent! Hey, Shagrat and Gorbag. So they can come straight out. I will be utilising 3D printing to do some of the weapons. Definitely shields. If you're part of the Discord, you would have already seen that I have some Cirith Ungol Shelob inspired shields that I don't have any copies of at the moment, but they would be cool to show eventually. So, to start off, I'm just going to snip all these guys off the bases. So, we'll continue. So how many... Well, just one Goblin Town set. So that's what the Goblin King, Grinner, Scribe. I need to find somewhere to dump all these rubbish bits. Let's clean up this pot and I'll put them in there. Grinner, Scribe, 36 goblins, Goblin Captain. Goblin Captain, Scribe, Goblin King. Yeah, so 40 odd models, I think. Not too bad. Is that contrast paints? Not too sure. I'm going to try and airbrush all of mine. What do people think of the layout of the stream as well, by the way? With the comments, I think the comments box is too, the chat box is too dark. But I think I'd like having it on the screen because then people following along post this will be able to understand what's going on, because that's the thing I do not like about some live streams, is you have no idea what's going on in the chat unless you actually follow the chat. So who knows? Yeah, the reason behind doing this is to get myself hobbying on models again. I have been hobbying. I've done a bit of terrain. I've done a lot of 3D design. A hell of a lot of 3D design. But I haven't picked up a paintbrush in God knows how long. So the aim is to stream these. I'm aiming to do 2 or 3 streams a week. I know definitely there is a different type of stream coming next week, whereby there will be myself, Alistair King, CJ Miller, and Gethin Watkins doing a kind of top five listing kind of challenge. So every week will be set. Well, we'll have a wheel of inputs, and then we will have a random selection from that wheel, whereby you have to make your top 5 list in 5 minutes. So that could be infantry, cavalry, 2 attack heroes, 3 attack heroes, spellcasters, ranged units, best scenarios, match play, and actually narrative scenarios, all that kind of stuff. And then eventually we'll have people pick out who they think is going to be the best. Let me quickly, if I do that, that's better. That's what I want. Let me transition that for you guys. There we are. The chat box looks much better, and that's exactly how I envisioned it in my head. So we shall soon see. Oh dear. So are you working on anything else, Barry? I know Louis working on his elves. Richard, your stuff was printed today, so it will be sent out tomorrow. Benjamin was in from Benji's Hobbies. Very nice last video, dude. We all make mistakes on some things. I am probably going to make these and not be able to cut them out. The reason behind live streams is more... Oh, I thought I heard a door. It's more because videos take a long time. A long time. If I was going to do them, I'd probably go back to a vlog style video, I think. Much easier to edit. Bit more fun for me, I think. Just the way I want to do things. I enjoyed doing the canned one, but it just... yeah. Took a bit too much of my time, I think. And I have lots of stuff to be going on with, as you can see from that shelf behind me. Another house in another city. Man's a traveller. Is that for work? Do you work away during the week? Because I've done that before, and it's alright, but I wouldn't want to do it long term. I did it for... how long did I do it for? About 6 months? 6-7 months? But no, it gets the job done. I was part of the graduate scheme when I did that, so it wasn't huge amounts of responsibility. And the one place I went to was really quiet, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. Ooh, interesting. They've swapped the bodies around on that. So I've obviously picked these up a long time ago, and as you can possibly see, same body, different pose. Ah, for school. Nice. Is that like university or? Because if I remember you saying you live in the Netherlands? Or I could be entirely wrong. If you're the same Barry from Discord, then I'm pretty sure you live in the Netherlands. But yeah, can't complain. I lived away for uni myself, and it's where I got back into the hobby actually. It's where I met Luke. That's where I met Sean. That's where I met Matt King. So yeah, very fond memories of my university times. Well, I hope I can provide you with some entertainment this evening. Hopefully it's not just me just clipping these off for a long time, but no, I'm nearly done. Got like 9 left. Just clip the base of it. I'll probably leave the tabs on the feet, just provide the feet with a bit more stability. Oh, University of Applied Sciences, nice. Yeah, I did engineering myself, so pretty much an applied science. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I think I'll leave the tabs on the feet of these guys because it gives them a bit more rigidity when chopping and whatnot. So can't complain. I don't know how many people do conversions. Lots? None? I know Louis does a lot. I'm not sure if Ben's done many. Who knew? If anyone wants to come onto a stream with me at some point in the near future, just let me know, because I'm more than willing to have people come and sit and chat and hobby. You don't have to have 2 cameras. Obviously, you'll need a camera, but either way, definitely be interested to have some people on. So, what do we think I should give the loadout of these orcs? Obviously, quite a lot of them have spears, because that's what the list calls for in a competitive sense, and a few will want shield and spear for flexibility. I don't think I'll include any bows, so I've got to try and figure out a way of making the bow guys look not like bow guys, but getting rid of the bows and giving them spears or something, which I have not designed yet. Yes, Louis, you do have a camera, and that would be very interesting. We hang out. It would just be like hanging out on Discord all over again, which we do quite a lot. Quickly looking at some notifications, but we have 4 currently in. Excellent. I wasn't expecting many. I think the most that me and Luke have got on a live stream is about 15, and obviously this isn't anywhere near as interesting as just chit-chatting about whatever. This is, well, currently just watching me clip bases. Gonna design some bases, I think, for these as well, so I can print the bases. A really kind of ruined old cobblestone, I think, is the way forward. Yeah, I think I will have to cut off the quivers. You are correct. Obviously, for everyone who's here must have seen these bad boys. Just gotta chop that up. Spear, shield on the back. Yeah, maybe I need to change the positions of the arms. What's he got? He's got chainmail. He's got chainmail on his front. Come on, camera. So I'd have to possibly sculpt chainmail, but that chainmail doesn't look that hard to sculpt. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Right. So that is a point. I do have Shelob. I think she's over there. Give me 2 seconds. So she's not where I thought she would be. She's not in my model box. Ah, that is a point. I do need a banner. Where is my Shelob? Ah, here is my Shelob in my drawer full of bits. So she will need to be built at some point. And yes, I'm going to pin the living hell out of her because I've heard she is a nightmare. I'm just going to paint over these guys. I've got an airbrush with a really thin primer, so I will airbrush them. Just brush that away at some point. So yeah, I'm going to just paint over these guys. Do I have a banner around? And a shaman for that matter, because that's what I need. So let's go rooting around. Mouth Sauron, Mouth Sauron again. So there is no banner in here, and I don't think there's a shaman either. Some Morgul Stalkers though. Right, cool. None in there. What's in my little Angmar box? Ah, Golfing Ball, Wildorf Chieftain, a few more orcs, which I'm not going to use because I only need 24. Go back in. No banner. I do, however, have a small Barad-dûr box. I do. I have a Barad-dûr box with Sauron and a shaman in it. So, there is my shaman that I'm gonna stick. Oh, not that Gothmog Gog. Ha! Well, you say that. I have 4 Gothmogs painted, and this one is obviously missing a body. So I have a Finecast Shaman that I intended to do said conversion with, like this. But I haven't got around to doing that yet. It's just something I haven't done. I'll probably need to carve out the inner arm and then convert it from there. So that goes back in the box. I have my shaman. That box is annoying and sticks. So I swear I had another orc banner somewhere. I have 2 orc banners painted. Oh, I don't know if I have another orc banner somewhere. Oh no, I lie. They are chopped up. They are chopped up and on Warg Riders. So I will need an orc banner. So that is something I probably need to purchase. Because I don't think I will have. I've got some random broken stuff, but that's way back there. But looking at my boxes, I don't think I have another banner. So yes, use new resin Gothmog to make a shaman from scratch. Nice. So yeah, so here is my shaman. I'm thinking about doing these. It's just the bog standard shaman. I really want the one with the little dagger that's sticking out from his left hand. Oh yeah, ignore my shredded hands, by the way. I have a puppy. So he can go over there. Right. Now what to do with these orcs. So, firstly, let's clip this guy, because he's... I could design my own banner, and it's definitely something I'm thinking of. Right, clip this spear off, because that's busted. I'm going to make him a... Nah, when you've got a 3D printer, I kind of resort to printing a lot. So this guy's going to have a shield and just a sword. So, right, let's get my knife in, take his hand off, without trying to cut my hands, take his other hand off. Yeah, no, when I've got a 3D printer, printing stuff like that becomes very good and very easy. It's great for shields, weapons. What else have we done, Louis? Banners, warhorns. Quite a few things. Quite a few things. Right. Snip his little hands off. Yeah, he's going to be a... Oh, do I go swords? That's a very good point. Do I sword, shield, or do I shield, spear? It's always strange how you mix which one goes first, depending on what you say. For a start, he's definitely going to have a shield. I know that much. Let's try and just clip a bit more of this spear off. Pikes? No, I'm not giving them. Oh yeah, no, I have done pikes. Glaives, axes. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, many different things. Quite a few different shield designs. Because what have we got? Witch King crown, Witch King helmet, Blackgate, Shelob for Cirith Ungol. Oh god, what else? Oh, the Wolves of Isengard shield. Yeah, loads. Loads and loads. Can you hear my fan in the background, by the way? That would be the other interesting thing for me. Right, let's get my drill out. My little pin vise. 0.9mm 0.9mm drill bit, and let's start drilling. Yes, Minas Morgul, correct. Which hand is this? Ah! This is where the bits get really small. Don't want to go in too much because I'm going to drill through the hands eventually. And the next one. Cool. Right, that's stuck. Oh, excellent. I'm glad you can't hear the fan because that is keeping me cold because it is quite hot here. Or it has been quite hot. Louis, I hope you realise you are very much my guinea pig in this, because I know you'll respond and I'll talk to you again pretty soon. Right, do I leave his arm in that position? I don't know. No. Do I move the position of his arm? Right, let's put the camera in a little bit better position. Ah, good evening, Mr. Clark. Got a ticket to my tournament, I heard. Come on, focus. Come on, camera. So, I have both shagrats. I have, let's see this one. Oh, hey, there we are. Which I think I'll use, but I will. I'm not sure. Essentially, this is my 4th version of Shagrat. I've got War Leader, which I swapped the shield with a Blackguard of Barad-dûr shield. Because in the last edition I thought that would look cooler. Then I've got one with the Mithril shirt, one with Mithril shirt, and one I've converted to have sword and shield. So I think I will use the naked one, but I might convert it. This is what I'm unsure about at the minute. Right, bit of super glue. Here we go. No clue what army you're taking. Well, me and Luke were discussing today, and we think we're going to put the list submission as the 25th of June. Obviously, everything being alright with the current situation. Fingers crossed we can go ahead, and there's no delay to it, because that would be really shit, because that would be the 3rd time of second time, right? 3rd time of cancelling it. So yeah, hopefully we can go ahead, because I don't want to rearrange and have the faff of cancelling it again. Obviously all the rates and whatnot in the country, hospitalizations and deaths, etc. But hopefully we can have a tournament, because everyone is waiting for one. So we will wait and see. Lots of things could change before then. Yeah, let's put it like that. Oh, hockey chat's going off. Excellent. Get to play hockey tomorrow. Right, so he is ready for a shield and some kind of weapon. Not sure what currently. Let's put him to the side. Right, next up. This orc. Right, firstly, is my camera really out of focus? Because it's kind of annoying me. Probably because I'm zooming in and out. Wonder if it's better if I take the tray away. Goodness. So, right, let's clip this shield off, because I am having custom shields, and lots of different custom shields. you've said yes at something and I have no idea what you said yes at. Yes, it's blurry. Or at least not in focus, I presume. Presume that's what you're on about. Burnout with the Hobbit. Oh, you did those, Dave. You did that Age of Sigmar stuff, didn't you? That you got second place for at the store. Right. Let's cut his shield off. Yeah, I thought it might be going blurry and then staying blurry. I'll need to look into this. Right, let's try something new. Orcs, get off the little thing. Thought I'd try and move it closer so you guys can see what's going on. However, it might be playing havoc with the autofocus. Right. In the rubbish bin. And back on the shelf. Right, if I zoom it out a bit as well. Oh, that's I have a window right in front of me. And yeah, lots of little lots of foot traffic. So right. Mr. Whitefoot, yes. Lots of walks. Oh, let's try and get the autofocus looking decent. Can I tweak it? Da, 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 da. No, nothing can be done. Do that in 2 weeks. Good effort, Mr. Dave. Yeah, Scott, did you convert all your Angmar orcs, if I can remember correctly? Come on, autofocus. Yeah, trying to get my light in the right position casts really awkward shadows when you try and get the camera in the right position too. Right, so his shield is gone. Do I take his arm off? Yeah, sod it. Let's go through this way. Saw time, because the saw is where things happen quickly. Huzzah! I can't imagine you ever rushing a paint job, Scott. That just doesn't sound like you. I want to try and do these guys quite quickly. I think I'm going to try and just glaze a lot of things over a zenithal and make them all really dark and grimy. Just trimming the edges from where my saw was. I also have a horrendous habit of bringing the blade towards me. Right, I think I might just cut bits and pieces off orcs and then see what I'm left with, because then I will have to choose what to do. Right, where's the other orc that's the same as this? Oh, I've lost him. Where the hell have I put that? Hey, there he is. Right, off comes the shield again. So I have 10 different shield designs, if I didn't mention earlier, and I'm thinking I've got 24 orcs. So I have 4 two-handers, because I think that will be useful, both in game and in appearance. Because I'm not going to have any orc bows, because orcs with bows is definitely better. I think this will be like one of the first fully. Oh, there we are, broken weapon. So, right, that was accidental, but he doesn't have a weapon anymore. I'm going to leave his arm on. Ah, it was already broken, that's why. Because there's a little pin in there. There we are. So, what do we do? Clip off the shield. Just clip off the base. Yeah, I've got 24 Gundabad's, and I think they look the same. Look all different, sorry, because a lot of them waste swaps. I haven't used much of the upgrade kit actually. I've used it for a banner, and I think my captain, but I could be wrong. They're another army that I want to get done at some point, and in my head shouldn't take too long. However, yeah, we all know that can be deceiving. Right, this guy's going to have his other arm chopped off. I don't know why I'm doing that. Back to the saw. There we are. Pretty clean. I'm going to move my light a little bit, just to give me a bit more view. Come on, focus, you silly thing. Hey, there we are. Yeah, it doesn't like to stay focused, does it? Interesting. So, yeah, this guy's not got a weapon, and he's missing his other arm. Scott, how's your Ardacon army coming on? So that was a big push for you. I hope it's all getting there. Right, there's his arm. It's just the missus sending me stuff. So, next one. Right, if we do this guy, because he's really dull. One of these chaps. I need to take his shield off. Because custom shields, as per. It's probably my favourite bit about converting, just taking chunks off models. There we are. Current state of transport. Are you, if you're still Cheltenham way, then I'm sure we could possibly swing by and pick you up. Because at the moment there is, how many of us are going? Me, Clubley, Luke, Sean, with armies. Oh, it was a squeeze last time if I remember correctly, so we might take 2 cars. And then I don't think there's anyone else coming with us, but I could be wrong. That's not safe at all. But there's no way I'm going to get this shield off. Let's try the clippers again. No, this is for a completely new Cirith Ungol force. I have Shagrat and some orcs painted before. However, I thought if I'm doing a Cirith Ungol force, I will have a completely new force. So I've got 24 orcs, which I think the plan is going to be 10. Well, 5 shield and sword. I need a lot of spears because that's just what the list will need. And so maybe all the orcs with spears, but definitely some with shield and spear, some just with spear. Think about some with just shield, and then some with 2-handed weapons. So yeah, and then 24 Uruks. I'm going to move the camera away a little bit more, so hopefully we can get a bit more in focus. So yeah, this is this guy currently. Oh, lost a lot of his shield, but a new one will cover that, and maybe a bit of sculpting. And I'm going to take his arm as well. Yeah, Ugluk. Ugluk? Oh god, no. Not Ugluk at all. Gorbag and Shagrat and Shelob, and then I'm going to have a captain. Geez, that's a big board, Scott. I'm going to have a Uruk captain, an Orc captain, and a Orc shaman in this force too. So it'll be, what's that, 24, 24, 48. And then I'm going to have a banner for each as well, so that's instantly 50. With the heroes, that's 55, and Shelob 56. Yeah, that's a big board, Scott. Why did you make it 2 foot by 2 foot? Were your other ones 2 foot by 2 foot? Or did James bring in a size and you went, oh, I'll have to do one that size then? Where's the other chap that looks just like him? There he is. So yeah, right, let's clip, clip, clip. Are people a fan of the layout of the stream? Because it could be changed if not. This is the kind of view that I would like to see of streamers when they do stuff like this, because I've not got a powerful enough camera to get a really nice up close one. As we can see, this one flicks in and out of focus. So for my Uruk captain, I have this chap. Let me focus for those who weren't here at the start of the stream. It's just this guy, and I saw someone give him an axe previously. So I have 3D printed my own axe, but I think it needs to be a bit bigger. So I'm gonna obviously then stick it in there, and then yeah. So but I think it needs to be a bit bigger, and I'm gonna use this guy as a banner bearer, and I'm gonna take the top of his weapon and put it on the back end of the axe as well. Or to be honest, if I'm gonna make that a bit bigger, probably just design one with that in as well. So yeah, that's my plan. Those two Uruks I got off eBay relatively cheaply. I think for the pair of them it was like £7. So yeah, not too far off GW prices. And that's the plan. See, I have those in metal because I got them, the Isengard captains, because I got them when they were re-released. Because I've got, how many Uruk captains have I got? I can see there 2 of the old ones. I know I've got another 2 that I found today, and I've got 6 banners before the banner that was on the rock. So yeah, I thought I would not need that kit, but when it came back out along with the Uruk Scout Command, I already had Malho's Marauders, so I eventually got around because I wanted the two-handed axe captain because he looks cool, and I've wanted him for a long time when he was unreleased. So yeah, it was definitely good that came back. And I converted the drummer to be a new Lutz, which I can grab actually. I don't know how much I've shown this off anywhere. So this is my Lutz. Throwing his shield, etc., with his bow and his quiver. So yeah, we're super happy with him. So yeah, that was part of my, I did like a 12-hour marathon live stream. No, not live stream. 12-hour marathon paint session back in November to get a good chunk of my scouts done. And then the rest of November I finished them off. So I now have a full 36 scouts with 2 banners, a drum, the Uruks carrying Merry and Pippin. What else? Oh, a shaman, 6 ferals, all the named heroes. So yeah, quite a few. What do I do about his weapon? Do I take it off and give him a spear? Probably. Do I turn his wrist? Yes. So by far the bigger. Oh god, yeah. Only 16 inches. I thought your other ones were bigger than that. Or were they longer than they were deeper? If that makes any sense, Scott. Because I know your Lothlorien one was kind of it was kind of lengthways, wasn't it? It was wider than it was deep. Right, if his hand was like that, I want it to kind of be pointing forward. Yeah, pointing forward. Then. Use the resin drummer to make a Mordor drummer. Oh, nice. No profile for that, but it's cool. Yeah. Battle companies is always something which you can use stuff for. It's one of the reasons I converted up some Rohan Captain on horse. Out of the old one with an axe. Yeah, a little bit dangerous. But used him as a battle company's hero. If you give me 2 seconds, I think he is at hand as well. Yeah, he is, I can see him. Let me just glue this guy's hand in. So I need to design some spears, I think is the lesson of this stream. Because I have a load of Warg Riders as well that will definitely need some throwing spears. Right, if I do that, and then clip his weapon. So I need to design some swords and some spears. What's everyone else working on this evening then? I think Louis was still working on elves. Scott, you're going to be bringing Gundabad to Ardacon then? So there we are. Right, if I go... Ah, Ewan, good evening. How are you? How is life going? Right, so right-handed arms, left-handed arms. Sorry, I'm making this little out of shot. Guy missing that arm, guy missing weapon, and sweep. Yeah, what is everyone working on? Let me know. Let's move on to another guy with a shield that's massively over his body. Clip, clip, clip. Yeah, how's everyone's hobby going? How's everyone's life going? Because it's still such a strange time. But hey ho. Ah, nice. Well, take a break by still watching. Ah, nice. Witch King's Fellbeast. Excellent. Is that as part of a particular Mordor army, or is it just for Mordor in general and no real kind of idea of where it's going to fit in? Because I've got a few Fellbeasts. Or is this preparing for the tournament? Because I think you're coming, aren't you? Well, all being well, we still don't know if we can definitely go ahead. Obviously, waiting to see what happens on the 21st of June. Hopefully, we can crack on. Because, as I said earlier, I don't want to have to reschedule again. Because, yeah, not fun. Not fun. So, do you reckon if I got this guy's arm and rotated it up? Oh, you got the Johnson & Johnson job last Wednesday. Nice. I've booked mine in today because England have started allowing under 30s to book their jabs. So I booked both mine in. I got one in a couple of weeks and one in September. So yeah, all things looking breezy. Yeah, I've heard some people with quite a few jabs have said they felt a bit crap the next day. So can't complain. Is the Johnson & Johnson one just a single jab, is it? If not, I don't know if it's been... I don't know if it's been approved here. Honestly couldn't tell you. I know we've got 3 approved. Definitely 3. AstraZeneca, Pfizer and Moderna. But trying to work out 2 army lists for trying to build up a bad faction 2 UN. Nice. Oh yeah, because you inquired about a Gilgalad conversion, if I remember correctly. But high elves are good. High elves are good. Dave, you're going to bring something new? Because I know... What have I seen you play? Yeah, he'll look cool like that. Happy with that. Oh, dropped him. Let's move that out of the way. Right. That needs a bit of a change. Oh, I've got a song stuck in my head. So, Dave, what have I seen you play? Rohan, Isengard a lot, Gondor a lot. You going to bring anything new? Are you trying to rack your head around, or a new hero for those factions even? So I've seen you play Boromir, seen you play Saruman. Don't know if I've seen you play Elessar. That could be interesting, but he's a lot of points. Yeah, swing your axe. There, swing your sword up like that. Let's give him a reposition. Nice. That's very, very swift. And if you don't mind me saying, very, very German in efficiency. That's a good effort. I know here, kind of the way they're rolling it out is by age, and there was possibly some thought there was going to be a supply issue. However, they aim to get all adults their first dose by the end of July, and so they're going along the right tracks. And I know some people who have just gone, oh, is there any left over, and they've got theirs, but who knows? So Ewan, while I'm here, has anyone any do's or don'ts for high elves ahead of the tournament? Ooh. So the tournament I'm running is 550 points. Oh, excuse me, that was my throat. 550 points. So, at that points level for Círdan's always good, but you don't get many troops with him. Sorry, I just got super glue on my fingers. Then you've got well, anyone in the big three, so your Elrond, Gilgalad, or Glorfindel is another good shout. I think that all comes down to personal preference as to which one you want. Because yeah, some people like to go Rivendell Knights, so obviously Elrond is the choice. Other people go. I've played Glorfindel before. Very good. Fight 7 base is excellent. And then Gilgalad obviously with Fight 9 base is even better. But I don't know if there's any do's or don'ts really. This game is very much you build armies in your mantra, in your style, your play style, in your collection style as well. If you don't like a model, then you won't have it to play with. I would get a banner in. Banners are always useful, regardless of VPs for scenario. The ability to win a fight that you're not winning is amazing. I put a banner or banner effect in all my armies if I can help it. Just not losing a fight means you don't die, and with elves, especially with your fight value, then yeah, it's even more crucial, and you'll have low numbers or lower numbers than others. What point system would maybe lead me to needing a different faction then? I think most lists can be built at any number, really. Legendary Legions is slightly different. Some function better at different points levels. Some don't function at all at some points levels. Unless you want to play 100 points down, Breaking of the Fellowship at 700. But yeah, kind of I think you could probably build a decent enough list with high elves at 550. Before the FAQ, when Círdan could lead like 12, I had Glorfindel and him at 500 and had about 23 models, which is great. Probably could have needed a banner in there. That's the one army I didn't take a banner in. One of the few times I haven't taken a banner. And it kind of was noted. Thinking, I was highly considering knights with a small unmounted company. I think at 550 you probably want to go the other way around with a mainly foot force and some knights thrown in. Trying to think of the heroes off the top of my head. He can be another spear guy, but I will chop his arm off. I didn't know you used. So the very first tournament I ran, did you use LSR then? Because we played at the 80-pointer gym ran, wasn't it? Storm the Camp. So you're getting burnt out. Yeah, I've had that before, and it's not fun. Not fun at all. And I definitely went along the lines of finish all the projects that I had on the go, and that fell onto me. Finish all the projects I had on the go, and then kind of pick a new one and start fresh. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with these guys. I haven't really got any projects on the go. I got this and Cand on the go. So Cand hasn't changed much. since the well, it hasn't changed at all since the video I put out on them on avoiding all the freehand. But yeah, I haven't picked up a paintbrush in a couple of months, so yeah, I know the feeling. Just haven't. Well, I've been 3D designing stuff and 3D printing stuff, so that's been my main focus of my hobby. Doing lots of different weapons and shields and sending them off to people, etc. So prioritize the unmounted. Yeah, Glorfindel, Elrond, Gilgalad, Aristor, they're all very, very good. Aristor's will obviously not necessarily do amazing up against like your other big heroes that might be around, so don't know why, but Theoden was in my mind. I know you'll fight 6 and he's fight 5, but he's probably on a horse. Aristority general I probably wouldn't advise, unless you've got like the twins. The twins with Aristor is generally pretty good. Right, I'm just going to cut his sword off because this guy's going to have a spear. Twins and Aristor would be good. Aristor, Círdan with someone else. What's Aristor? Just shy of 100. Just shy of 100 for Círdan. Twins all kitted up is about 160. So yeah, that's far too many points. Aristor and twins could work. Because the twins can just go off and kill stuff and leave everyone else to pick up the pieces. Oh, just cracking my neck. What else for Rivendell? Rivendell, elves in general is one that I'm not massively keen on. Played them a few times, didn't really get on with them. I very much prefer having numbers, and elves obviously just don't have that at all. So I don't think anyone. Well, yeah, Louis is a dwarf player, but he's painting elves. That was it. Did you need a game, Ewan? Game to get you back into the swing of things? Because I'm going to be meeting up with another newish guy some point soon. Just so because he's a bit rusty. Just slowly trimming away bits and pieces. So is he a spear or is he going to have a different weapon? Let's take his arm because I can, because it's detached. Don't worry about experience. Some people don't have much but do very well. That's why there's an award for best newcomer, and I know some people in the past who have won it and also come very, very high up the league. So yeah, arranging a game should not be a problem at all. Cause, gonna rotate his arm, I think. Just to make sure his shield's slightly different. Let's take his other arm. I'll rotate that down. Yeah, the twins are good. Not necessarily definitely needed, but they are handy models or profiles. Sorry. 6 might is always handy, regardless of what army it's in. Just look at Boromir. Oh, family chat. Cool. Oh, go on. There we are. Snip, snip. I need to reposition his arm a little bit, just for something different. Let's put it across his body. So I'm going to do this for probably until about 10:30, and then have a little chill time before I go to bed. So that's the plan. Just so people can see how I work. Yeah, my aim is to only do this army on live streams, just because I think it'll be interesting to let people see how it progresses, and what you can get done in kind of short blocks. So I'll probably do 2 hours a week, maybe a bit more, maybe 2 streams a week on these guys, and then my other time is other bits and pieces. What's just pinged? Ah, Ewan's just sent me some photos. Nice, Boromir. Excellent. Just reply to the good lady. So yeah, the intent is to do this army on a stream, and gradually you can see it building up and how it all comes together. Would people be interested to see how I design weapons and stuff? Because that can be done. I have practiced streaming with this stuff before. With this stuff, I mean the programs I use. Ewan, you wanted some feedback. First thing I would say is, do you thin your paints? That would be the first one. Because if you have them in nice thin layers, you get less of the kind of brush strokes and kind of globbiness, if that makes sense. Now I'm onto Spearman. So that guy's been done. So the guy with the helmet as well. Do I leave him as he is? So he's got. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm going to leave some of the Spearmen as they are. No, I'm not. I'm going to change the actual spear around. So. But I want some guys with 200 weapons. He is going to be sacrificed as a guy with a shield and a sword, I think. So yeah, a shield above his head, because that will fit nicely on there. So, chop, chop. Nice. So yeah, thinning paints is dead easy. Dead easy. If you get a palette, wet or dry, so a dry palette could simply be a Tupperware lid, a Chinese container lid, something like that. Just put a bit of paint there and get some water and thin it so that it just runs a bit nicer. It makes a hell of a difference. I remember thinning my paints for the first time and being a bit holy shit moment. It just does a lot for you. Just does a lot. Oh, where did that arm go? Because that came off really easily. Oh dear, this is... Hey, there it is. It's the problem sometimes. Right, let's draw his arm in place before I lose the arm again. So I'm simply just repositioning his arm so it's more of a horizontal level rather than a vertical level with the two-handed guy. Oh, I've just drilled all the way through. That's not what I want to do. That's going to have to be filled with a bit of green stuff, etc. I'm going to have to do a little bit of green stuff work with all of this. So yeah. Hello to the newer people. If you just popped in, let us know what you're working on, because it is intriguing to all. Whether it be Middle Earth, whether it be any other system, let us know. So there's another chap converted up. Don't think I want to do head torch because that will involve a lot of converting, etc. But right, the guys with the right spears. Two-handed guy with an axe, he can stay two-handed guy with an axe. Where's the other chap? There he is. Shall he have a different weapon? I'm trying to think what other two-handed weapons could we give him? Give him a Goroth type mace. Oh, that could work. Definitely going to be designing some new weapons for these guys. Kind of thinking along the lines of what Ronan Orcs have. They're a little bit different, aren't they? Oh, I'm going to swap out some of the spears for some of these Ronan Orc spears. Because I've got 48 Moranons painted. Or do I just... Oh, I can definitely design up some spears. Right, cool. I'm going to design up some spears. And make them all different. And some different two-handed weapons too. So give me suggestions for what you think the two-handed weapons could look like. What the spears could look like. Because I have some ideas, but extra ideas are always welcome. Right. Clip off these spears, ready for a design session at some point. Because yeah, they can have all kinds of different 200 weapons. Just going to snap it off because it's easier. I think I will keep the tips of these weapons for something in the future. But yeah, I'm going to give all these guys custom weapons because I can. And it's definitely something I enjoy doing. To keep everything in camera frame. Because otherwise, what is the point in live streaming? If you've got any questions you want to ask, then feel free to fire away. I've done a fair bit in the hobby with various going to various events and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, willing to answer pretty much anything. Let's leave the swords for the minute. It's all the spears that I want to redo. Give them something different. Why are the champions of Hero so expensive? They're a hero set. I'm not too sure. I don't know how everything's worked out. They are resin, fine cast, whatever you want to call them. Obviously, it's not the same as Forge World resin, but just count yourself lucky. They used to be more expensive. What are they, 80 at the moment? You can, because they're on the Ghibli website, you can get them through a independent store for money off. Kind of ranges from store to store, but kind of generally between 10 and 15% off. Bristol Independent Gaming is good for that. And then, but they used to be 118 because they were in 4 different sets, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they used to be a lot more expensive. The 4 different sets was good. The fact that you could get different different ones for a goat rider conversion, etc. But yeah, they were more expensive. But is what it is. The Mirkwood Warriors and Laketown and Gundabad Warriors were all 3 for £15 when they first came out, but now they are 12 for 40, so you're saving a fair amount of money there. The warrior kit plastic kits have gone up to 20 or 24 models per kit for £30 instead of whatever for 15. So yeah, they're hero models. They're going to be more expensive anyway. just kind of how it goes. It's always been the case. I remember you used to get, well, you think you can get 3 Royal Guard for £8.20 or whatever now. It used to be £6, and a single hero model would cost you exactly the same. So yeah, it's just how it goes. Two-handed body part, arm or leg. As in beating each other up with another limb. Because that, yeah, my design skills definitely aren't there with that kind of stuff. But it's definitely an interesting concept and way to do it. Oh, come on, camera, focus. Hey, there we are. It was glued, that was why. So yeah, just getting rid of all of these spears at the minute. Make some nasty new ones. Make them all different. So that should be fun. I think I might stream that because I just have to make the spear shaft and then just make different heads for the spears. So yeah, plenty of choice and plenty of different options. I don't think the Orcs of Cirith Ungol have a particular weapon that they use frequently. I am going to do them in all kind of gritty, kind of grey, dark greys and browns, because I think that would be definitely bone-handled axe or just a simple mace. Yeah, I was thinking about one of the run-on orcs has a mace. Oh, the old metal orcs have cool weapons. I'll definitely look at some of those and see what we can do with them. He can be holding a shield. He's in a pretty good position to hold a shield, actually. But if I think this arm's removable or attachable, so yeah, there we are. So let's just clean this edge up, or this face up. Clean this arm. Pin it in place. Oh, Discord's pinging. Definitely gonna need to green stuff that. So what's going on in the world of Discord? Rules question from Mr. Bradford. And oh, just getting rid of my notifications. Oh, come on. Right. Let's just get this arm in position. Little clip. If you're wondering, I use 0.9mm drill bits and 0.8mm brass rod. I have gone for the same size of both previously, and I found the connection was too tight. It just wasn't viable just wasn't viable. The trying to put a small brass rod into a small hole on a flexible model just is a recipe for disaster. So I have resorted to using 0.8 and 0.5 brass rod, and then 0.6 and 0.9 millimeter drill bits, just because it is a lot easier to slot them in. There's a little bit of a wobble in the connections, but once you put some glue on it all, it's not a problem. Not a problem at all, which is great. Right, same with this guy. His arm is coming off. Flatten up the surface. And we go again. So anything worth adding to a list from Numenor and overall making last alliance? Probably get a few more numbers. I'm not the person to talk about Numenor. Personally, couldn't necessarily care less about them. They're not a faction that has ever interested me, but at 550 you could probably get a decent alliance. Well, you could probably Isildur and Eristor perhaps. Take someone like that, or you go 2 big heroes and not as many troops. Numenor will give you the strength 4, which is key, or which is useful, I should say. Other armies that are strength 4 are definitely good. I like them a lot. They're saying, yeah, the orc could just rip a limb off. Rip his own limb off, or rip someone else's limb off? There's whole of God, just crazy orcs. Oh, knocking stuff about. Right, I've got a few more orcs left to do. Some of them you can't really change their arm positions, which is annoying. Did that stalemate there? So he can stay. Right, any of these guys, can I change their limb positions? Yeah, he can change, because his arm can come off. So how am I going to reposition his arm? If I hold it upright? Or should I just have it flat out? Or do I take away a bit of his sleeve? Let's take away a bit of the sleeve and see what happens. This is kind of how most of my conversions go. We'll just kind of take away whatever and see how it ends up. I've done plenty of conversions in my time, so I know kind of what works and what doesn't. But we all can make mistakes. Right, so if he goes there, and he goes straight out, yeah. And when we put a shield on, the slight reduction in his arm length should be noticeable. Because that's the only thing with chopping bits off, is sometimes the arms look a little too short, or if you attach them to a new one, sometimes they look a little bit too long. So there we are. For those who weren't on earlier, there is going to be a definite another live stream next Tuesday, or all things being well. However, it is not going to be a painting or anything. It's going to be a little game show type thing that I'm doing with a few guys. We're going to have like a list of topics, and then we have 5 minutes to make our top 5. So that could be infantry, cavalry, 2 attack heroes, 3 attack heroes, and you've got to put your top 5, and then eventually go to a vote. And we will have a winner, and that will happen every couple of weeks. And so hopefully it will be a nice little fun thing for the group of us to do. I've got the guys already involved. They're already on board to do it. So yeah, it should be great. I need some kind of nasty spear looking weapons for these guys. Oh, his hand's fallen off because that wasn't glued very well. So yeah, these were a second-hand lot off eBay, I presume. Can't exactly remember, but yeah, that's so. I'm going to pin this hand. Any hands like this I generally pin. Just makes life a lot easier when gaming, because they don't like to move around. Trying to get them in the right place is always awkward. Always awkward. This guy, his hand is going. Actually, now that's happened, it's going to be repositioned slightly. So it's going to be poking out into the world rather than right alongside the. Let's not get any glue on my fingers, because that's never fun. As I said it, what do I do? Glue on my fingers. Has anyone started listening to the Friendship Onion? There's a question. Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd have a new, have a new podcast. They didn't have an old one, but they've come out with a podcast called the Friendship Onion, and it is very good. There is 4 episodes out, and now I've listened to or watched 3 of them because they're on YouTube as well. So yeah, that was good fun. they've first two were just them, and then they've got two with Elijah Wood because they recorded enough material for him. With him, sorry. So yeah, they got loads of snippets and whatnot, which is great. Just they reminisce a lot, and it's really nice to listen to them talk about Lord of the Rings and their whole trip in Middle Earth. So, and they are those two, so it's quite funny as well. Just repositioning this second hand as well, just because I realised that it'd look a bit weird with the shield on it if it was like that. So I think I might end up having 5 with sword and shield, 10 with... do I give them all shields? No, because I won't use them all with shields in game. Gonna go with... So I've got 24. So 4 with 200 weapons, because I think they'll be useful and I can make them look cool. So it gives me 20 left. Now, do I go with a 10-10 split with shield and spear, or just shield? Or what else do I do? Questions. Right, his hand can be rotated, because his isn't. His is. Some of these are going to have 200 weapons, aren't they? They can have 200 weapons. If you were writing a list for Cirith Ungol, would you have shields on all your spears? Major and minor heroes are a difficult thing to separate out, Ewan. At 550, you're probably looking at 2 or 3 heroes. Nothing more. Mr. Cameron, how are we? I'm very good, thank you. I think I'll only be on for another 10 or 20 minutes or so. Yeah, I think I agree with what Dave just put. A single good big hero is always useful. So I don't know if anyone saw that we had a little Guardians tournament at my house a week ago, and I had Imrahil at 450 points, and it's always useful having a hero of that size at quite low points. It's good to... hard to counter is probably the best way to put it. Having someone like that. Oh, my finger's got a little bit... Ugh. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's a puppy, that is. Well, no, that's a puppy who accidentally caught me, and then accidentally caught me again while it was healing. So that was always useful. But yeah, it's good to have a... I think you're looking at 2 to 3 heroes. If you're looking at elves and Numenor, you're looking at 2 at 550. Their heroes are just too big to have otherwise. But yeah, I'm trying to think. With like Gondor, you could get 3 in. With Mordor, you could get 3 in. Trying to think. With Rohan list, you'd probably get a few more heroes in just because of the charges. I'm thinking like Riders of Theoden here. Yeah, like a big hitter is always useful. I can't. Yeah, a big hitter is always useful, regardless of points level. They just come in handy. Just come in handy. I think if you're running 550 a day, you're looking at one of the Numenor heroes and one of the big elf ones, I would have thought. Unless you can get 3 small elf heroes in, even then it's tough. You're not having that many numbers. I'm thinking Eristor, Arwen, Círdan, maybe Gildor, like as one of the other 3, but yeah, you're not going to get masses out of them. And if you come up against another big hero, then you could be in trouble. Is my only thought. What else? There's some like mid-tier heroes as well. That's the issue. We don't necessarily have major and minor heroes in our game. I think they tend to fall into a couple of brackets. You've got your super high value ones, like your Saurons, your Balrogs, kind of Smaugs, and then you've got kind of the next tier, which is your expensive heroes. So you're looking at Aragorn, Boromir, Gandalf the White, most spellcasters, to be honest. Anything that's kind of 110 points and up, generally. Then you got your mid tiers, so it's kind of your 110 to like say 60, 70, probably 65, and then you've got kind of your lower tier heroes. No, yeah, your mid tier would probably go down to about 60, maybe 50. Yeah, I would predominantly go with 2 as well, Ewan. Because then you've got words. Yeah, I'm thinking you've got your Madrils, your Ingolds, your Goroths, your Zagdush, your Gurits. They're all kind of your mid-tier heroes. Or your lower mid-tier heroes, sorry. Then you've got your lower heroes, which is all your smaller ones. Like your what's smaller? Oh, yeah, like your ranger heroes and all that kind of stuff. Right, what am I going to do with the archers? I think I'm going to clip the quivers off. That came off a lot easier than I thought. Clipping quivers. Right, just cutting down the quiver on the edges, make it kind of a little bit flush with the model itself. No, there isn't any small heroes in Last Alliance, you are correct. Even Círdan is 90 points. Right, let's shave this down a bit more. Also, when I'm trimming plastic like this, I do it in quite thin cuts. I don't know how well it will show with me waving around, but like quite thin trims just give you lots of steadiness and lots of precision with the blade. Trying to get it to focus so you can kind of see what I do. So if you try and take too much off, the blade jumps around and jumps out of the model. I might sling a shield on his back actually. He's definitely not having a bow, so that can disappear. He'll need a bigger hand, I think, to hold a spear or something. Just there's no way I can cut through that hand, so I'm gonna have to find a hand from somewhere. And then I will take his arm at an angle. Oh, that jumped over here. Take his arm at an angle and then take this off straight. Then you can definitely reposition that nice and easily. No, I'll definitely give him a shield on his front arm. I don't particularly like throwing shields on the back of models. Or spears, does that matter? I'm sure I've got an orc hand somewhere I can draw through and give him a spear. So. Now where did my brass rod go? That's the there it is. That's the only issue with brass rod is I can never find it when I put it down on my table. But hey, how much has everyone got done this evening then? Lots, I would hope. With me just babbling on in the background. Yeah, that looks alright. And then just a bit of sculpting on the back. Let's carve away a bit more if I'm going to do some sculpting. Ooh, nice. How many ends have you got to do, Cameron? Because that would be interesting. Oh, you've written lots of different lists. Excellent. Right, his hand is going to be in the way. Oh, I hate trying to convert up archers in this position. So, right, what do we think? I can never understand. Trying to figure out what to do for him. Or do I just keep 2 orc archers in? I think I'm going to take that as the way out. And keep 2 of them in. Just because. Just tribute and quick move to go. Nice! And then army is something that I've got in the room. It's one of many armies. Right, let's cut an angle again. Yeah, I'm going to keep the archer pose, but I'm just going to reposition his arm. Reposition his arm slightly. Just so he's very slightly different. Which ends have you got, Cameron? Because I have 2 plastic, 2 metal, 2 metal tree birdie as well. We'll eventually get the plastic one I'm cooking, but that'll be an army that I'll kind of smash out in a weekend, maybe? Ah, nice. Yeah, if anyone's not part of the Discord, then there is a link in the description, I think. If not, there is a link on the canned banner video. Unless someone is nice enough to get a link for the chat. Oh, come on, get in. Use my clippers with a little light grip and a bit of pressure. There we are. Gilder and Gorfindel is a good shout. The only thing is you're probably lacking a bit of might, but nice. Yeah, so just gonna alter his bow, cause yeah, and then keep the other one. Then one last guy. So what we're gonna do with him? Gonna rotate his shoulder down. Right. Firstly, quiver. Bye bye. Just join the Discord. Excellent. There is lots of good chit chat on the Discord. Some very amusing stuff in the memes and non-hobby. Lots of interesting kind of paint jobs and whatnot. Pretty active community, if I say so myself. It's definitely somewhere where I like to hang out. And we have little voice hangouts kind of every Sunday, and then if anyone's around during the week and they fancy one, then people will say, is anyone coming on tonight? So it's all good, and you can see pretty much all of my designs on there as well, like 3D stuff. So yeah, it's a good place to come hang out, ask questions. You'll get a lot of the guys in there. You and are painters, so we'll definitely give you advice if you want that. So yeah, it's a fun place to be. We've got a little hobby bingo going, and at the end of the year, each box you fill in will get you like a single entry to a raffle. So and there'll be a prize of some 3D printed description, because that's easy for me to do. You are in the Discord, Cameron, and you do post stuff semi-regularly, so don't shoot yourself down like that. Me and you will have to do a painting hangout, Twitch or on here at some point, because that would just be dead easy and get people involved. And this is my last orc I am chopping up and converting for the moment, and then I will be heading off. So if there's any last questions that you would like to ask, let me know, and I will try and answer them to the best of my ability. which is probably not amazing, but I know some bits and pieces. Oh, drilled all the way through his arm. Love converting. Hate getting super glue everywhere because it's just annoying. Only you can make yourself more active, Karen. Oh, come on. There we are. Reposition his arm a little bit. He can have a sword. There we are then. So, right, let's have a quick rundown of what I have done this evening. Let's put all my bits and pieces away. Where's that? There's. Let's put my knife away too. Quick tidy up of the desk. Where did I put that there? Right. Saw away. Right. There's my wooden block. Clear all the crap that's on my table, or at least sweep it to the side. So, what have we done? We have chopped up lots of little orcs. I've kept some of their weapons on for the minute. I will be changing them and designing them. I've got a few arms that need reattaching to certain guys. All the shields were taken off. It took a little bit longer than I probably thought. Some guys ready for 200 weapons, some guys ready just for simple shield additions. So yeah, loads. And then I've got my 2 plucky archers at the end. So if I have 2 archers, 2 archers and then 2 200 weapon guys, probably. And then that gives me, excuse me. Now that gives me 20 guys left, and it's how I split them down, shield, spear, etc. So I've got 10 shield designs. So I could go 15. No, let's go 10 just a spear, 10 with, 5 with shield and spear, and 5 with shield. Seems about right. Then I just need to figure out who can have what. So I need 5 just spear. So, right. 2 archers. Done. Then he can be a shield and something. Let's all get all the ones that I've done shield and somethings. These guys. Him. These 2. How many is that? 3, 6, 9. Oh, that's 11 straight away. So, some of these guys can just have a spear. But I need that. See you later, Dev. So, we'll make it work. We'll make it work, team. Some of these guys have to have shields. For example, those. Right, which ones have to have shields? Those ones, and him. Rest we can fiddle about with some spare arms that I'm probably sure I've got somewhere. So yeah, we will make more progress on this next time. So I think I'm going to do another one next week with these guys. Maybe later in the week. I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all soon.